What is up, YouTube? That's here, and today I'm super excited to be bringing you guys some more Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl 6v6 singles battles. We are in game again today. Note that I'm starting to get my mons to make my teams in game, and we're rocking the absolutely massive Choice Specs Eruption Typhlosion. Let's take a look at this bad boy. We are rocking Choice Specs to give us a plus 1.5 to our special attack stat. We're rocking the Timid Nature because we have a need for speed. We're rocking Flash Fire, one of the best abilities in the game. It also helps if we want to switch in on fire attacks to get that fire boost to make all our fire type attacks even stronger. And yeah, we have the 150 base power massive eruption. What an absolutely amazing set. The plan for today is going to be to set some rocks, do some chip damage to our opponent, and just come in with Typhlosion. I don't care if you resist it. I'm going to try my absolute best to get that one shot. So if you guys are excited to see some Typhlosion and you like seeing these Gen 2 Pokemon, these Gen 2 starter Pokemon like Typhlosion, think about answering the question today and let me know what gen of Pokemon has like the overall best starters. You know, I think there's an argument made for Gen 2. Gen 2 has some good starters. Chikorita is personally my favorite starter Pokemon. But I also like Gen 3, Blaziken, Sceptile, some of my absolute favorites. I'm a big Gen 1 fanboy. I like Charizard, I like Venusaur. Let me know in the comments what gen you think has the best starters for competitive play or for just, you know, casual enjoyment. Let me know, and let's hop right into the battles. Here we go. Alright, it looks like we have a battle on our hands. Luxray, Magmortar, Absol, and Lucario. Empoleon and Garchomp, guys, remember, the thing that you want to do when you go into a competitive game is take a piece of paper or your smartphone or, you know, I don't know, take a mental picture, but make sure to note what their team is so you can look back just to make sure. Let's see, what do I want to do? I want to use Typhlosion. That's what I want to do. I want to set some rocks, and I want to use my Typhlosion. I think I'm going to use my Donphan, because the only thing they really have that can stop it is Empoleon. Empoleon doesn't even really want to fight Donphan. So I think it's fine. I guess they can set rocks themselves. And then what we would basically do with Donphan, the cool thing about Donphan is it has 30. So like, we're guaranteed getting these rocks up. I think Empoleon gets a defog. Guys, let me know in the comments. Does Empoleon get defog? Because that would be their only defog user. But let's see if I can get up my rocks. My Typhlosion comes in freaking hot. Literally. Choice Specs. Cruise control for cool. Big hot. Oh my gosh. Are you reading Luxray? Are you rivalry or intimidate? Let's see it. Survey says you are rivalry or guts, I guess. But we're just going to put them rocks up. Put these big rocks up. Still rocking the massive Donphan. One of the coolest Pokemon ever made. You know, I've met so many people that are saying they love all the Gen 2 Pokemon we're using. We're using another one today, Typhlosion. And I've been saying it for a while. Gen 2 has some sleeper OP picks. You know, I'm a Gen 1, you know, OG fanboy. I played like the day Red version came out. And, you know, so a lot of the Pokemon in Gen 1 are nostalgic for me, but for some people that are a little bit younger than me, I know that Gen 2, like, that's a lot of their comfort picks. That's not going to work. Thunderwave, not working. I'm not switching either. I'm staying right here putting these rocks up. I'm going to stay nice and comf. So in this situation, I could Earthquake, and it would hit all those Pokemon for pretty good damage. But the correct play here, I think, is to go for the Roar. Just because I can KO that Luxray whenever I feel like it. And if they switch out, they're going to take rocks damage. And if I roar that turn that they switch, they're going to have to come in with something else that isn't the Pokemon they wanted to. Oh, Crunch is fine. And they would have had to take more Stealth Rocks damage. I'm completely fine with this Crunch here, though. Absolutely no problem here. And back in the day before there was a team preview, you used to use moves like Roar to scout for their Mon. So it's like, wow, they have a Magmortar? That's really cool. Knowing that could mean if you had like a Scizor or something like a Fortress in the back, you'd want to save that Pokemon until after getting rid of that Magmortar. Nowadays, like a team preview doesn't really matter, but I think it's correct play. You know, let's not play bad. Let's not play bad. Just because their team has a couple weaknesses, just because we have some advantages, doesn't mean you need to play bad. Like Magmortar is generally built special, so Blissey, this is the correct switch in here. Unless they're an SD me. Mach Punch, Fire Blast. That's completely fair. I'm gonna show you what a fire attack looks like in just a minute. In just a minute. I could have switched on that Typhlosion there, huh? Ooh. You know, maybe we try and set that up. They're just gonna do it again. Are they gonna Focus Blast me? I'm gonna stay in Thunder once. I want to see if they're going to go for Fire Blast. They go for a second Fire Blast. He cross chop. See, I ain't switching it. I don't care if you cross chop the Blissey. Literally, like, you don't do enough damage for me to care. Let's get that big para, and then let's outspeed and just start Softball and make you miss that cross chop. Serene Grace. 60% chance, guys. Remember, Serene Grace doubles the percent chance of your additional effects happening. So the additional effect of Thunder is it has a 30% chance to para. Right, so that doubles into a 60. And if those guys think it's a 70% accuracy move, why do you use it? This is the biggest high roll, putting all your money on on black right now. And look at the situation where it's literally making a miracle happen. This guy could just two-shot me with cross chop, and I'm like, how about actually I use soft boiled until you either A, miss, or B, get paralyzed, and we're in a good situation. Case in point, it happened right there. Another good thing to note is whenever you're playing against someone and you have like a recovery move like soft boiled, roost, slack off, and especially if you're holding leftovers, if they ever aren't doing more than 50%, you can just use those recovery moves until they like mess up, especially if they're doing like 20 or 30%, and you can just completely stall them out. Let's see. I could switch to Gyarados here. There's nothing wrong with Gyarados here. I can go to Gyarados, pop a D-Dance. I think that'd be completely fine. I'm just going to stay with the Blissey because I think we're just in a good spot here. Another Thunder. Also, you got to have faith in the Thunder. You got to be one with the Thunder. Cross chop, can you miss? Yeah, you can. This guy's probably mauling so hard right now. Like, just straight pulling his hair out, breaking his crayon, shutting down. He's missed 2 cross chops after getting parried, and then I've hit with 2 Thunders. And the thing is, I'm going to go for the third one just to inflict the mental victory. That's why I play stuff like that. It's the little victories. When I'm falling asleep in my bed tonight, I'm gonna think to myself, I really did. First turn, Para Thunder into 2 more Thunder hits while they like double missed cross chop, and I'm gonna feel good about myself. I may have shaved my beard, and my villainness is now gone. But you know what? That doesn't mean I'm not still a villain. Let's see. What do we want to do here? I don't want to just lose the Blissey. I think it's still really important. I want to find a way to get in my my Typhlosion. I think I don't mind going to Donphan here. And the reason we're going to Donphan over something like Gyarados, over something else, is because if there's Swords Dancing here, I want to be able to roar them out, to like phase them out. And let's see it. Close combat, that's completely fine. Because like, remember, Donphan would have gotten a lefties tick that turn if they were setting up, but would have been full. And remember, our ability is sturdy. So even if they went for a huge close combat crit to one-shot us, we'd be able to clock the sturdy and then roar them out safely. But in this situation, I think I'm just going to Earthquake. I'm just going to Earthquake in this exact situation. So, I think we're pretty okay. You could switch if you want. At this point, I think your mons are like Absol, Garchomp, Luxray. Let me check my notes. Empoleon, Lamau. Yeah, my plan is for him to you get this Empoleon on the board, and finish off my Donphan. So, like, you'll close combat me. I'll Earthquake you, because Lucario is one of the mons that I wouldn't really want to fight that much with my Typhlosion, just because like Extreme Speed would weaken the power of my Eruption. And I do not mind losing this Donphan now that it's done all of its amazing work. Man, holy moly. Donphan is such an absolutely amazing Pokemon. It's like everything Fortress wishes it was in this format. Like, I don't know why I ever used Fortress. Like, I used a lot of Fortress, and I like Fortress. And then when I started building in this format, I started building Fortress, and it's just like, man, Donphan is so good though. It gets Rapid Spin and it can actually fight stuff, and it gets Roar. The biggest problem with Fortress, they just set up on it. They both have sturdy. And Donphan just has all the right moves, all the right places. It also has all the ice, water, grass weakness in the world. So that's another thing to look out for. Yeah, I will fight your Empoleon, bro. So let's see. It has to be Empoleon, right? Yep, there it is. So I'm intimidated. I'm just going to go for EQ here, and I think that's completely fine. The correct play is to roar, just so you can't stop him from setting up. I guess I could also Rapid Spin. I'm going to go for 1 Earthquake. Hydro, that's completely fine. Yeah, I have no problem. Remember, I want to get my Typhlosion on the board. Thank you so much, Empoleon. Love you, long time friend. Thank you. Please don't Aqua Jet me. Let me just come in with my boy. The question of the day was, what gen has the best starters? I'm about to show you that Gen 2 has it going on right now. Holy moly. This is a 150 base power move. It's scaled off your HP. So the higher HP you have, the closer you are to full. The closest is to 150. It gets weaker the more damage you take. So please don't Aqua Jet me. And take this neutral damage from my choice specs Stab Typhlosion. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Didn't think it was was gonna one-shot. My whole plan of like the joke I was gonna make, it's like I was gonna leave it really low and then it was gonna miss a hydro pump and I was gonna make a joke about the Blissey like getting all the thunders because it's my lucky day. But that's also a thing. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. It proved my point. It proved Gen 2 has the best starters. Gen 2 has some pretty good starters. You know, Typhlosion's one of my favorites. Chikorita's my favorite, like, base starter. Alright, so Garchomp is the big threat here, right? How much damage do you think we do to a Garchomp? I mean, I am going to click the Eruption, right? I want it. Like, I actually just want this. I just want to see how much it does. I think this is going to do about 65%. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Give me a crit. That's about 65%. It's almost like I play the game. It's almost like I play the game. And then, can we finish off from here? See, like right now, the Eruption's base power is probably like 60-ish. It's correct to switch the Typhlosion out. But you know what? I ain't afraid of nothing. I'm strong. I'm confident. I wish I had that Blaze Boost right now, but I'm Flash Fire. Let's go! No! Typhlosion! Well, you know what? Gen 2 might have the best starters, but Gen 4 has the best Pseudo-Dragon type. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying Garchomp's big busted. Holy moly. You know what? We one-shotted a freaking Empoleon with a fire attack. I know it doesn't... and it's not resisted. It's neutral damage, but, like, you don't see that happen very frequently. Still better to go for the... ooh. Yeah, it's better to Earthquake here. I almost went for the Outrage. Because we don't want to take rough skin damage if they do have rough skin. And since our Typhlosion, who is a plus speed nature, is faster to outspeed their potentially Adamant or, you know, other EV set Garchomp, that means our Garchomp, who's also EV trained to be faster than our Typhlosion, is faster here. So let's see. They have Absol, right? Show me that Absol. Is it shiny? I like shiny Absol. I'm a fan. Saving the best for last. What do you got? Lucario. Okay, so we're going to Earthquake this guy. I want to see if they actually have the E-Speed, because that would have made my whole Eruption calcs all weird. But I'll take this guy out. No E-Speed. Not today. Garchomp with the cleanup out here. You'll love to see this. And I want to see if it's shiny Absol. I want to see it. I want to get that perfect Typhlosion sweep, too. I even used PP ups. You know, I've been collecting them all game because you gotta PP up those Choice Scarf moves. It's not shiny, never lucky. You know what? I'm gonna send you out with the Bank Chief. Yo, I'm under pressure right now. Which version of Under Pressure is your favorite? You know, there's two versions. There's the original like Queen David Bowie version, but then there's like the used in My Chemical Romance made one too. That's a good one. I think the original's still the best. Yo, the SP baby. Look at that damage. Just some good damage and a critical hit. You know, you're not going down without a fight, but it's not enough. I'm Garchomp. And that's the reason we use Outrage over something like Dragon Claw. Dragon Claw might not have KO'd, just throwing that out there. You know, I know they took Rocks damage and Rough Skin. But Dragon Claw, like an 80 base power stab move, isn't usually enough to just KO Mons in neutral. But Outrage is, and that's one of the reasons why, like, back in the day in Gen 4, Mons like Garchomp and Salamence were actually banned into the Ubers tier, because they could just KO other sweepers and invalidate other Pokemon from existing. But you know what? That was an okay game. We did what we wanted to. We set some rocks. We used Typhlosion. But you know what? I got more gas in the tank. And I'm going to go try and find another person to send to the Shadow Realm with Choice Specs Typhlosion. Here we go. Alright, normally I wouldn't really want to fight against another team that has like restricted Pokemon like Lugia in it. But that Feraligatr, the Gen 2, you know, we already established that the Gen 2 starters are superior. And he's challenging me. And so I have to exert my dominance. I want to see how much damage I do to a Rhyperior as well. I want to see if I can one-shot the Feraligatr. I want to see if I can one-shot the Rhyperior. Maybe that's a thick, fat Snorlax. I just want to see how much damage it's possible to do with Typhlosion. So I'm going to lead the exact same way. And now, I don't really recommend, I'm not one of those people that says you have to lead with your Rock Setters. It's kind of just the fact that, like, this guy has a team that is pretty weak to rocks, and he also is not really packing the tools to stop correct rock setters. Like, the only thing you can really do is lead with, like, Feraligatr, but I'd still get my rocks up. I don't think Feraligatr gets taunt, if I'm recalling correctly. So it can, like, Dragon Dance, Waterfall, do all that stuff, but I set rocks, and then they clock my Sturdy, and I roar them out. So, like, that's the cool thing about Domfan. It's a rock setter that, unless they have taunt, which they totally can, I guarantee get my rocks up. And worst case scenario, like, you cannot set up on me because I can just roar you. right? So it's a really, really cool, safe mon to play with, especially if you're winning the game. Just set your rocks. What's he gonna do? Nasty plot. Then next turn hit me, I'll just roar him, right? So we're just gonna set our rocks, and I don't really care what this thing does. But I do know that this Lugia potentially has multi-scale, so I'm gonna play around that. I'm gonna play around it the best I can. So that's why I want to go for the roar next turn after I set my rock, so it can come in at a 75% health. I think Lugia is a really cool mon, and obviously Lugia is a Pokemon that's banned in Smogon 6v6 singles. And, you know, this person actually challenged me. This person came in, like, right after the last person that we played, and they came in and they chose battle. And so I was like, yeah, let's see what they're cooking. Let's see what they're working with. This guy's name is Shark. See, like, you see, this is exactly what I'm saying. I do not care what this thing, like, really kind of wants to do. It does not matter that much. I could switch in my Gyarados here. Gyarados is probably the better play. I am going to switch the Gyarados in. It is a better play. Because Feraligatr doesn't really get that many moves that check it, and the Intimidate would be able to counteract any sort of Dragon Dance that he gets out. And then again, I can always save my Donphan to roar later. So I think that Gyarados is a great play here. The Intimidate's going to be wonderful. And then from there, we can start Dragon Dancing ourselves if we want. That thing's probably going to be carrying like a Life Orb Sheer Force set. Maybe something a little bit different, but our leftovers is going to help us out a lot. And we can also like cycle in other mons and stuff too. So let's see. Ice Fang. Yeah, it doesn't do that much to Gyarados. So people always think that like, oh, Ice Fang, such good coverage. It's not that great. Ice Punch is okay, but like Ice Fang's a 55 base power move. So if that's like super effective, it's like a 110. You know what's stronger than a 110? A Waterfall. 80 plus 40 from the stab. It goes up to 120. So Ice Fang's not really great coverage. I might actually just Dragon Dance right here because I'm just not afraid of this guy. I'm not afraid. I respected it. I intimidated it, but I'm not afraid of it. I don't think it gets Thunder Fang or something weird. It might get like Rock Slide. And I know there's a Sheer Force boost attached to that, so it changes things. But Ancient Power, holy moly. Can you just get the boost? Can you just get the boost? I'm praying for you right now. I'm praying for you to get the boost. I want you to get the boost. Chat, do we let him get the boost? I mean, I'm not going to lie. If I get 2 Dragon Dances off, the game's over. The game's over as actually right now. I'm going to go for the second dance. You got one shot, one opportunity, Chief. Mom Spaghetti. To Eminem. You better lose yourself in the moment. You own it. You better never let it go. Whoa. And that's the end of my song. Whoa! Oh, the switching. Oh, this is over. Hey, Gyarados is good. You know, Gyarados is a really, really good Pokemon. A lot of people are not prepared for Gyarados in singles. And if you even go back to look at a lot of like my old Gen 4 content, I'm a big believer in Gyarados. It takes one sloppy turn, just one. You switch in, you intimidate. If they want to stay in, you get a Dragon Dance for free. If they switch out, you still get the free Dragon Dance. You know, it's more so just the case that these teams aren't so flawlessly made, so I can use Gyarados a lot easier. But still, like, this is it. And I got my rocks up too, so even if you have Sash, like, it's not a factor here. So this one's over. This one's big over. I didn't need to use Typhlosion here. But, you know, we will be taking these. And again, this guy challenged me. I was challenged by this person. And I'm not backing down. I like this moveset too on Gyarados. I really like it. I think the taunt, you know, you can send Gyarados out in situations where, you know, it wouldn't even be normal. You don't even have to switch in. You can send it out taunt, which forces the switch, which gets you a free Dragon Dance. Get the free Dragon Dance win the game a lot of the time. And like I've talked about, I really like these leftovers on Gyarados. I really think they just pay so much dividends. You can see the Lugia breaks the potential multi-scale, takes the damage. I think +2. I think +2 Waterfall take it out. I think so. That I think. Or we'll get the big flinch. Or we'll get the big crit. Damn, you can see why that thing's a restricted. You can see why that thing's an Uber. It ate a +2 stabbed Waterfall from a full... Oh my god, it's a special attack boost. And the Thunderbolt. You know what? I'm happy this happened. Good job, you. You got a special attack boost. You got your Lugia. Oh, I'm going to the races right now. I hope that's not like... Alright, he's too bulky to be speedy, right? Lugia has a 110 base speed. It's time. It's time for Typhlosion to clean up. I'm excited. Oh, man. You have a Feraligatr, a Heracross, a Cherim, and a Snorlax. What's a god to a non-believer? Let's go. Let's freaking go. That's one down. Typhlosion busted. Typhlosion big busted out here. All right, they're going to send the Feraligatr out, right? Can I one-shot a Feraligatr, though? You know what? Like... No lie, no cap. I almost think that I can. I really almost, I think, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I mean, I'm doing it. It's done. Don't you Aqua Jet me, bro. Don't do it. Don't Aqua Jet. Come on, man. Just stay in. I think it's gonna do like 80%. Okay. Let's go. Oh, if I was modest, he'd be gone. Miss! Damn it. Yo, those in-game random EVs saved his ass. I know it. I know it's like a level up for Alligator. And it's lefties too. Ah. We almost one-shotted it. That's hilarious. Alright, what do you got in back? I think Azelf's the right play. Just want to make sure. Heracross, Cherim, Lax. Yeah, Azelf's alright. Yeah. Let me go Azelf. Use U-turn against the Lax. Oh man, Typhlosion. You know what? It makes sense that Alligator was able to beat my boy because like it's from Gen 2, you know. Typhlosion throw in for content right now. But we take that thing out. A lot of people really like Alligator, and I'm just not a big fan of like Alligator over Gyarados. I think Gyarados pack him with that Intimidate. Like Alligator can be as strong as it wants, but at the end of the day, if I were to rank like the water types that you can use that are similar to that, you put Gyarados on top, like the big bulky water type that has a Dragon Dance move. Gyarados is up there. The next one you would do would probably be Crawdon. It gets Dragon Dance, it gets Aqua Jet, it gets Crab Hammer, but the thing that puts it above Alligator is it gets Knockoff. It gets a secondary stab and a better ability and adaptability. I'd argue that's better than Sheer Force. And then you put the Alligator. It's slower than the Gyarados, has weaker coverage in my opinion. It has Sheer Force, but you can be paired with Life Orb, make it so you don't get the damage. But again, at that point, like, how do you get the Dragon Dance off? Would you just come in and hope your opponent uses Eruption Typhlosion on you? You know, I would have killed it if it was a full sweeper set, which it would have had to been to be built correctly. So, like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Obviously, it goes even further down the list. Like, you can put Wish Cash down there. But, like, yeah, I really think that, I really think that Gyarados is, like, the best one. Ooh, big pair. Nice. I like that for them. So, they have this thing and Cherim left. I'm just going to U-turn, I think. I'm probably still outspeeding here. I'm just going to stay in. It does not matter. I don't want to bring my Garchomp in here and get it paralyzed. Lax is still a really good mon. I should probably use a Lax. I could probably see myself using Lax. It's more so that I kind of want to use Pokemon that are like new to these games. You know, that haven't been in a game in like in a hot minute, you know. Bam. Also, thank you to everyone that checked out the link in my description to my music that I've been making. I've been working super hard on it. Super hard. There's still a link down there if you want to check it out. If you want to hear me sing, play guitar, I'll do all that stuff. Think about checking out that music. I would really appreciate it. And again, I want to say thank you to everyone that watched it and checked it out yesterday. You know, the Spotify rap came out, the Spotify artist rap, so I got to see how many people listen to my music, how many plays I got, and that was super rewarding, and it was very, very nice. And again, I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank EQ for being the best move in the game. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? You know, one thing I haven't actually messed with are those Pokeballs, right? The Pokeballs where you send them out and stuff like that. Those used to be banned. Those used to be banned back in the day because you could write profanities in them, and so they were not allowed in specific events. And so I was like, yeah, I just didn't really ever use them. You know, this should one-shot, like I talked about. Power of Outrage over Dragon Claws. We can just one-shot neutral Pokemon. Like, it doesn't have to be a super effective attack. Like, this is where the power creep started. If you think of, like, what power creep is, which turned into, like, Zacians and Regielekis and all the crazy Urshifus and Ultra Beasts and stuff, it started right here with this Pokemon. Garchomp, Outrage. Before this, moves that were just stabbed didn't OHKO other Mons in neutral without being super effective. But Garchomp changed the game, and, you know, we revenged Typhlosion. And I think I got time for one more. I got time for one more battle. Let's go find another person. All right, what a perfect battle to send out the rest of the video with. Wow, what an absolutely amazing all level 100 team. I think the biggest problems are going to be Dragonite's obviously a big problem, but it's the Raikou and the Latios. I think the Latios more than anything else is going to be a problem. Let's see, what do I want to lead with? I just saved my Blissey with that Latios. That's going to have to happen. And I want to get my rocks up early. They can't get rid of them other than defog on a couple mons either. So, like, I think they're going to stick. And I kind of need to save my Azelf versus a lot of those things. I think I'm just going to lead Azelf, actually, because we can rocks versus T-Tar? No, we just U-turn against the T-Tar. And, like, I don't care what T-Tar does. I can just go into Domfan or something. I like that. It's a good-looking team. It's a good, real team. So let's see how this works. Yeah, this is going to be a hard one. Metagross. I've not fought Metagross yet in this gen. So there's the Latios. And this is one of the reasons why... shiny Latios. Wow. What a person who has a lot of time in their hands to grind, right? Let's see. Yeah, Latios used to be banned back in the day, but I like this lead. I can just go for I just click the U-turn, go right into my Blissey, and being able to chip this guy is going to be absolutely amazing. I want to see what they're going to do. It's a lot of damage. If my Azelf was best 6 IV fall shiny, I would have done over half there. But I have to use legit Pokemon. I'm not even trying to be salty. I'm not trying to be salty. I'm going to put this guy in his place. Put some respect on my name. Alright, so this is a really important turn in this game. This is our first turn that we have a free turn. You know, my name, THATSAplusONE. It's all about these free turns. They're going to switch that Latios. The question is, what are they switching into? I could Ice Beam it if they're dumb enough to stay in. Ice Beam's good against Dragonite as well. But the thing is, like, I really think they're coming with the Metagross. And I'd love to hit that thing with a Flamethrower. Or even a Thunder to get the Para. That'd be really, really good. I think I'm just going to Ice Beam, and then I'll switch to my Domfan. I think that's probably going to be okay enough for now. It's a free turn. Free turn here. Metagross, there it is. Yeah, I should have Flamethrowed. Alright, so this just tells me they're a good player. Alright, so then for the rest of the game, you know, we can just assume they're going to be good. Maybe we'll get the freeze. Bro, I'll thaw you. I'll thaw you, don't worry. I was going to like, I'll flame through you, bro. Alright, so let's think about what we're going to do. Is it going to be Agility Gross? Domfan's a good mon to bring in here. They might just be Roxing me, which means Domfan's still a good bring in here. Yep. Let's see it. So Domfan switches in. Like a Meteor Mash would do about 35%. Hammer Arm's going to do even less. You deserve that miss. You know why? You're using level... Or, yeah, I was going to say level 100, but they get set to level 50. You're using all these guys! So I'm going to get free Rocks up. They're probably switching either... They're switching. Or, yeah, they have to... Probably back to the Latios, right? And we'll switch back to our Blissey. Is it... Unless it's Dragonite? That's fine. I have no problem with this. We're just going to Roar here. They wanted to get Dragonite in before I set my Rock set for the multi-scale. So it's actually a really cool play. It also gets them out of dodge from Earthquake. So that's a really, really good switch in here. It's not going to be enough, though. Dragonite does not get Taunt. So I guess it would suck if they went for, like a special Dragonite. Special attacker. That'd be lame. But we'll see. Surf. I knew it! I freaking knew it! Ah, that's so frustrating. At the very least, we're not dead, right? But that is very annoying. We are going to be able to break their multi-scale, which is very, very big. And it's just random what comes out now, but oof. Gotta respect that. There's the T-Tar. Do I care about T-Tar? I half care. I like half care about this. I'm going to Earthquake. If they want to Rocks me, I can then Rapid Spin them back. I do get a free Tickle Leftovers here, which is kind of nice. I don't really want to switch into anything else. And I want to be able to bring my Garchomp in and get a sub up safely, so the Latios isn't a problem. I'm just going to go for the EQ here. Yeah, Ice Fang's totally fine. You know what's stronger than Ice Fang? Crunch. Next time you think about Ice Fanging someone, just remember, you could just crunch them. Alright, so let me think about what we need to do here. I don't want to switch my Garchomp here. Obviously, that would be 4 times weak. I don't think I want to fodder my Donphan either. I'm not switching my Gyarados on this. Not running my Typhlosion either. I guess we just lose the Donphan. And then we bring out the Azelf. That's probably okay. Better to Roar here technically. Just in case they switch for some weird ass reason to like a flying type, we'd get a second tick and then T-Tar's within Rock's range. Good miss. Ah, damn. It's alright. So let's think about what we want to do here. We could send our Garchomp and bluff Sandvale. Gyarados is like, okay. I'd get crit super hard. Has to be Azelf, I think. Azelf, and then, yeah, I got what I want to do. It's Azelf, U-turn here. go into the Garchomp, bait the Latios in, hard switch in the Blissey, and then reset the whole thing. But the thing is, I have rocks up, right? And so every single time I make you switch, I'm the one getting an advantage. So it's gonna be good. And if the Latios comes in, he's gonna take at least one tick of Sandstorm somewhere, right? And then that'll put him within range for my Azel to finish off with a U-turn later. So coming in with the Garchomp's gonna be really smart here. You can tell when I turn it on and play a little bit more seriously. Some games I just have to win. You can come with Raikou here and fish for Scalds. You can come with Zard if you want, but I know it's the Latios. Like, it has to be Latios. And so I want you to take that damage on the Latios. And you can go for a double switch here into Metagross, but yeah, that Rock Stick is just enough to make sure Azelf can take it out whenever I need to. Yeah, we just switch into the Blissey. I think the only thing we really have to do here is... they're assuming my Blissey doesn't have anything to fight that Metagross, by the way. They're assuming that right now. So, like, I'm going to Flamethrower you next turn. Ice Beam, yep, there it is. So, actually, Ice Beam is good coverage on Latios. I like it. I do like that. Please no freeze, please. Oh, Sandstorm Subside. I forgot. That's a miscalc from me. But, I mean, it took the Rocks damage, which means it's in the range for Azelf U-turn. I'm going to go for the Flamethrower. It's not going to do anything this, but it'll do enough to the Metagross. And then we just switch to Gyarados or something. We'll be in a good spot. Show me the Metagross. Yeah, the one thing I was afraid of was T-Tar fighting Blissey. So, ooh, Charizard. It's fine. Okay, Rocks damage. Rocks on Rocks. Look at that Rocks damage. Oh my goodness. Ice Beam will KO from here. After the Flamethrower tick. I wonder what he's going to think about doing with this Zard. Are you just bottering, basically? You're scouting, right? You're just scouting to see what I'm doing? I wonder if it's going to, like, Will-O-Wisp? It could be Physical Zard, too. It could. I think Ice Beam will actually KO it. I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam. If they switch out, it's dead, so... Brick Break. Oh, it's Physical! It's not even bad. Like, Physical Zard's probably better in this format. And as long as we keep the Blissey alive, like, the Latios can't do anything. Ooh, that sucks. Oh, a freeze! Sometimes lucky me. Wow. Holy moly. You know what? I'm rewarded by my luck for getting all my stuff legit. I'll keep making that joke until it's not funny anymore. You can switch if you want. You can thaw if you want. You can do whatever you want over there, Chief. I'm gonna use soft boiled. Little rule of thumb: if they don't do, it just scoop. I'd scoop two. I'd scoop two if I sucked and I couldn't beat the guy that just wants to use Typhlosion. You know, I'm not gonna say like I'd scoop two if I couldn't beat the guy with 3 IV Pokemon, but my Pokemon are good now. You know, it's been about a week. I've been working on getting some Mons. My Mons are not perfect yet. Like, if we go take a look at some of my stats here, like if we take a look at, like, so my Gyarados 5 IV Jolly, Blissey 5 IV, my Typhlosion is 6 because one of my moderators helped me with this, and he bred like a bunch of like boxes of these things. My Azelf is ass. Actually, we just lowered the U-turn then. Or although Latios probably has like 20 points in HP to make sure that like the Azelf doesn't KO. But yeah, my Azelf, like, look at the EVs, look at the IVs right there. It's not great. Garchomp's good, and look at the Donphan. Look at those. Yeah. So it's like, you know, my team is not perfect. It's definitely not level 100 shiny either. And you know, I really want to stress that I'm not really complaining that like people, you know, gen their Mons. I'm actually one of those people that's like, you can do whatever you want, but I'm still going to feel righteous justice when I smite you down. Like, seriously, you can, the people that want to play that way, I have no ill will towards you. But like, the thing is, when, you know, you ever heard the term, like, you know, what is it? Oh, let me think of the exact term. Like, talk shit, get hit, or like play stupid games, win stupid prizes. It's like, so if you go through the trouble of genning your Mons, and I didn't, and I beat you, you gotta hold 2 L's. Cause like, that's the rules. I don't make them, right? That's the rules. And it's not a cat. And if I lose, I'm not gonna be like, well, they gen, so I lost. I don't say that. I hold my L, and half the time I lose is because I either A, messed up, or got like severely outplayed. But you know what? Thank you guys for watching my video. Hopefully you like the shaved version. I think I like the shaved version a little bit better. Oh my gosh. One actually thing that's cool to note is, you know, I never really had like a problem with acne, but like after shaving, I realized like, wow, my skin is like really nice. So if anyone's having like issues with, you know, acne, like grow a beard and then like leave it on there for like a month and then shave it. Ooh, nice skin. Really, really nice skin. Guys, thank you for watching, and peace out. I'll see you guys next time.